Please welcome to the stage our next presenter, Lynn Zhang.
Hi, I'm Lynn. Welcome to my thesis presentation. Before becoming a product designer, I worked as a taxidermist. Some animals I preserved arrived with missing fur or damaged skin, but it was not caused by human. It was the animals biting themselves under stress. This made me wonder, why do creatures deliberately hurt themselves or seeking out unpleasant experience? Even for me, I strangely find that the discomfort of working with a dead body could help me focus, which became one of the reasons I love doing taxidermy. In humans, there's a behavioral spectrum called body-focused repetitive behaviors. It can begin with ordinary habits like nail biting or skin picking, and gradually develop into compulsive or even self-injurious behavior. At that point, ordinary stimulation is not enough. While researching neuropsychology, I discovered a mechanism shared by all mammals. Physical pain can trigger a fast neurochemical response. The brain releases happy chemicals that create relief almost instantly. But in the long term, when negative consequences show up, people feel shame or regret, which creates even more emotional stress, pushing people to seek relief again and again. This cycle becomes compulsive, just like running on a wheel endlessly. In my research, a domestic abuse survivor shared how they get out of the cycle. I used to believe that being hurt or hurting myself was the only way to make me feel alive. Later, I started practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It also hurts, but helped me reconnect to life in a healthy way. This revealed an opportunity. Can somatic activities redirect the compulsive need of self-destruction? So I began interviewing experts across mental health and physical therapy. I also spoke with people who do intense body activities as a profession, such as extreme sports athletes, circus performers, and body modification artists. Across these conversations, a concept was mentioned repeatedly. The ritual is what gives people power. Physical sensation can be an enhancement. Pain is not necessary. Harm should be avoided. So this became the foundation of my solution, from compulsive to conscious, using somatic ritual to rewrite behaviors. Let's look at how we used to treat compulsive. We attempt to stop it or replace it, listening to strategies that are given by someone else. But not all of them works for every person. When it fails, people feel even more shame and regret, which feeds to the emotional overload in the next cycle. Even self-analysis can be harmful. Using therapeutic terms to judge oneself can make people see themselves as a source of psychological problems. So how might we help people finding their own coping strategy that genuinely applies to them, bypass external noise, and avoid self-blame? Let me introduce Underfer, a handcrafting workshop where participants create a real version of their inner self through disassembly and reconstruction. Underfer is inspired by embodied cognition theory. When people work with their hands and interact with physical materials, they can bypass the external noise and the internal overthinking and reconnect with their own sense of value. This helps them finding coping strategies that better align with who they truly want to be, instead of following advice that doesn't work for them. Sometimes change begins simply by reframing the intention. Just understanding the reason behind a compulsion can reduce self-blame. As participants said, I know I cannot just stop a bad habit instantly. but the reflection I wrote down made me think about how to do it in a controlled way. But how does a compulsion start? Before people take action, they feel emotional overload. This is the moment when we need support the most, but some emotions are too overwhelming, too complicated, or people don't even have the energy to talk about it. So they end up with, I'm fine. Sometimes even the marks left out of the body become a form of expression. While visiting shows and events, I observe another form of emotional support. They empower each other through witness and being witnessed themselves. Artists use their body as a medium of expression, and through the audience, that expression can be transformed into resonance. So I designed Ruin Exchange, a drawing app that turns the body into a canvas and connects people through a collaborative ritual. In the experience, users transform their arms into a canvas, drawing with elemental brushes like fire or ice, using visual illusion to evoke a phantom of sensation. Two users draw on their own device while seeing each other's cursor moving in real time. When their strokes meet, the phone vibrates, make the connection feel physical. Then, two users exchange their drawings. Each person adds a reflection and blessings to the other person's drawing, help each other turn their pieces into a ruin with meaning. Finally, users receive a reading generated by AI based on their drawing habits, brush choices, and the blessings they received. They turn emotional exchange into a shared ritual. Ruin exchange creates resonance from witness. And the user told me, I can sense other people's feeling through their strokes, and I believe they can sense mine too. But another user asked, what if I lose control before I even remember to use it? When an action becomes a conditional response, the body acts faster than the mind. So we need a tool that can deliver intervention directly to our body just before the action happens. Here are already solutions like fidget toys, stress notifications, or even an electric shock band. However, do we actually want to use it? So I started exploring a product that can be more portable, acceptable, or won't be ignored. Here comes Valve Grip, a smart band that uses a gesture to catch your impulse and hold your agency. Valve Grip uses biometric sensor to detect your stress level and predict risk moments. Then it inflates an air cushion hidden underneath the band, just like an invisible hand grabs you. And the follow-up steps matters even more. The device guides the user to hold their own wrist. As they grip firmly, the texture on the band presses into the skin, creates a feeling that's uncomfortable but can help them clarify their minds. The air cushion guides breathing, while the gripping gesture occupies the hands, create a pause before action. One user told me, it's not just the band grabs me. I have to grab myself too. That makes it feel my own decision. But another question appeared. What if a grab is not enough? I need something stronger. At the far end of the spectrum of compulsion, some people seeking stronger physical discomfort to prove, I'm the owner of my body. I do whatever I want to myself. In the long term, what people really want from compulsion is to find a way out of the things that are trapping them. But I believe there's another healthier outlet of physical discomfort, which is embracing adventure. Welcome to Cagebreaker Club, a membership-based service that encourages people to explore niche physical activities. Each week, members can subscribe to cohorts of physical challenges, such as fire dancing, parkour, and inkless tattoo. These are activities people are curious about but intimidated to try, yet they actually have lower barrier than you think. You just need more courage to jump out of the comfort zone. Members are guided by venue coaches or certificate niche activity professionals, being with entry-level challenges. The platform also helps niche activity professionals grow their community and build sustainable business. Cagebreaker Club uses a gamified system to motivate members to try activities. As members complete a challenge, they earn a badge and get points to unlock the more adventure levels. Through curiosity and courage, users gradually build long-term body confidence and adventure spirit. So in conclusion, our goal is not to erase the human desire of physical discomfort, but to transform it. We are not an enemy of our own body. I believe if we can endure the physical discomfort we are seeking before, we can also find force that already exists in our body, which are self-value, resonance, agency, adventure spirit. We just need a ritual to transform, and that's how we get off the wheel. Thanks to everybody who support me, and also thanks to all the performers and the studios for letting me witness their powerful works.
Thank you, Lynn. It's a very intense presentation and subject, and one that you know is important to me. I've had a lot of addiction around me in my life and lost some people through their struggles with pain and complex ritual. And I love how you talk about transforming ritual. And at one point you say, ritual gives power, ritual provides power. And I wonder if you could talk more about that transformation.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. So I use ritual as a solution actually because ritual has some similarity to compulsion and addiction. Like people repeat a certain sequence and can get some result from it. But the power of ritual comes from actually, the ritual doesn't solve anything directly. The ritual uses like all the complicated process, like all the tools, all the symbols, and use a transcendent narrative to make you feel, to make you believe it works. And actually that belief comes from yourself. You already have that in yourself. You just need some like help from designers like us to be conscious about it. And I can say like all the designers are ritual creators.
Amen. The huge power of design. I'm going to try that next time.
You're going to try it?
I have a friend who needs help. I'm a designer. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.